Hey yo, what is up everyone? It is your boy Shazman20 and welcome to another video. Or by your boy Shazman21. So for this video, it is actually a little bit more serious, and it's mainly due to the fact that it's, you know, a little, I wouldn't say personal, but definitely something that I've felt for quite some time, because this literally changed my life. So it's like a life change event in a way. So it's like, yes, it's personal, but it's also kind of just like reflecting on what happened to me at that particular point in time. So, but I saw this video is something about class of 2020, 5 years later. So we're definitely gonna be talking about that, man. So yes, I officially graduated high school in the year 2020. Same year when the virus struck and changed literally everything, and the everything was never really truly the same after, of course, the virus happened. COVID, and I'm still like recovering from that. Not the virus necessarily, though that is part of it, but it's more just really just the mental and emotional recovery that I had to like go through, plus personal journeys that I had to like get through afterwards when that all happened. And it was a man, it was a lot to like handle, like not only just like physically because I was mainly just here at home and stuff, but it was just like, uh, hold on, sorry about that, y'all. Had to deal with a certain little stinker that kept on bothering me, like my brother. But anyways, besides that, yeah, I went through a whole lot of like growth thanks to what just happened. But I'll definitely say, from what I can like sort of remember from that time period when before everything was like closing down and stuff, I do remember that at least at a point in time we were all still like in public and just like going out and doing our thing. And like the last I could like remember was like at least like going there would have been like when I was in the hallways with a few of my friends after joining in like in a certain event to just like raise awareness or whatnot. And yeah, that was pretty much it. Like I think ended up I ended up like heading home on that day. And afterwards I took the bus, went home, chilled, and then literally like the next day, things closed. And from what I heard, it was supposed to close for like 3 weeks. It ended up being then like pushed to a couple of months, and then the whole entire year. So it was just like a domino effect of just like waiting and waiting, and then that was it. And yeah, it definitely kind of devastated me a little bit because you know I went through a whole lot of trials and tribulations and having to redo a couple of other things, from you know not go graduating earlier because like um, I had I didn't have like a certain, I don't know, certain class or certain something that kind of held me back a bit. And for something like a big moment to like crash down, it got me pretty bad, man. Like it really did. And it was just man, it's so crushing. I ain't gonna lie, man. And then on top of that, like I ain't gonna get into like crazy personal details, but at the time I used to be with someone who was like my girlfriend at the time. And yeah, our relationship definitely took a huge turmoil, especially in that particular point. and it definitely got toxic. I mean, it was already like semi-toxic. It exacerbated it after the virus happened, and yeah, it was a fucking mess. So not only was I having to deal with, of course, not being able to Coco graduate on time. No, actually I did. It was just more just like the celebration wasn't what I expected, or anyone else that was, of course, at the time graduating in either high school or college at the time in 2020 didn't expect like, oh, the whole entire virus will start to pop up and just like reshape everything. So we didn't like expect that to ever happen. But on top of that, in my case, it was also that and relationship issues. And then on top of that, I was like spiraling out of control here and there, and it got it got worse afterwards, and it wasn't getting a little better afterwards. Like next year, where like things just like, yeah, even when like the lockdown was lifted, I was still dealing with a whole lot of like demons in my life. Like it was just a whole lot of that, and then on top of that, I also lost a couple of people that I love and care about. So it was really, really sad. Don't mind the background, you know. Don't mind the background. Um, it's just sorry. I'm trying to like recollect my thoughts because it's been like a while, but it's just like, oh yeah, yeah. After dealing with a whole lot of that, while surprisingly still going to college from all that shit, and yes, I ended up graduating from it all. Like that was like such like crazy work, but yeah, after like a year and then like and a half, I somewhat got better over time. I think it was either, I don't know if it was 2021 or 2022. One of those years, I definitely decided to like get some help because I was definitely in a very, 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 very dark and low state at the time. Plus, I was also like bigger than I was ever before. Plus, I haven't like been like big since I was like a child, like big, big kids. So give or take like around between like 11 or 13 years old or 14. So between 11 and 14, I used to be like a big, big kid. But I lost the weight when I was I think I would have been like 16. I think 15 or 16 years old. I lost all the weight, became relatively skinny, surprisingly, for quite a bit of time till like I gained all the weight and plus more when I was 19 or 20 years old, and it stayed like that for a while till like I worked out in 2022. But a lot of things had to like change from that, which was mainly up here, and that is, trying to get this, working a little bit more because even though physically I was okay, somewhat mentally, I just was not there, man. Like days just felt like, you know, just an ever growing, just like wonder what the heck is gonna happen. Am I even gonna live? All this worries and thoughts. Even though surprisingly, I'm still kind of feeling that now, due to like a whole lot of fucking complications and a incompetent asshole who is running shit. But other than that, it's just like, you know, it was a whole lot worse back then because it was just like I was having to deal with so much and losing people that I don't even care about too, from like friends and family. It was just like, ugh, man, it was fucking rough, guys. Like on some real shit. So it, man, it's just like whenever I like recall like moments back then, it's just like it sometimes hurts me because like I had to like literally try to remember like the pain. But sometimes, subconsciously or not, I try to push that. It's just another point, but yeah, it's just I was dealing with a whole lot of like shit, and thankfully I ended up getting the help. Afterwards, I did go to therapy, and then it helped me, not necessarily to conquer my demons, but definitely more just like you know, helping me feel more centered because I felt like my life was so chaotic and just so disorganized, really. And when I finally got therapy and just like seeked help, it really, really helped me, you know, progress in a whole lot of ways. Than one. That's why like my work as a now has been a lot more better because like even before I was doing like a whole lot of like content creation here and there, but it's just like I did take it seriously at times when I really wanted to like blow up here and there, but it's just like I felt like I was like either just forcing something to happen that could have just taken a little bit more time. It's just like all of that. Though I will give myself credit at the time, like I did try at least do something, of course. But yeah, it was just doing that and what else? Yeah, getting the help that I needed, and I think on top of that, my love for fitness resurfaced thanks to my personal trainer I had in college, and he helped me, you know, gain some, or not even gain, but regain something that was like pretty much like lost and buried inside me, which was just like feeling confident in my skin and myself, because like after what happened in 2020, I just didn't feel like myself because I was again going through some shit, man. But I will say, like, despite it all, I ended up, of course, losing weight, graduating college, surprisingly, and right now it's just like I do have a relatively successful job too. On top of that, while also doing this somewhat full time. Every now and then, it's just like I have to do other things, but I am doing the best I can. I want to continue to grow this channel to do like other things, like maybe talk a bit more about like spiritual journey, maybe, or even just trying out some like stuff. Reactions I could probably still somewhat do, but like we'll see about that. But other than that, it's just like 5 years later, after just what happened to me, like at that particular point in time, I say like right now, I'm doing okay. I don't feel like I'm in that same dark place as I used to be. I'm more in a different situation that's more outside of my fucking control, really, which is sucky. But there's really nothing I can like actually truly do with it other than just like, of course, bring awareness to the fact that shit is not what it used to be. Plus, sorry, my voice kind of cracked there. Plus, just a whole lot of, just a whole lot of dumb shit that's just been too much. So sometimes I just kind of just like don't pay. I mean, I pay it sometimes, but it's just more just like I got my own life to like live for and just like focus on getting that situated, other than just dealing with other issues and shit. But yeah, it's just um yeah. So 5 years later, it's been good. You know what I'm saying? Like it hasn't been too bad as of lately. It's been that, yes, there has been some ups and downs here and there, but like mostly I just am more just excited like what else I can like do otherwise. But I'll definitely say, looking back on it, it definitely sucked at times, but there was some like chill moments too. I'm gonna lie, like just being able to just chill and relax and watch some anime here and there was kind of cool. Um, I got to spend some bit of quality time with my family as well, even if it was just only my mom, my brother, and Minata and stuff. Just chilling and just like watching videos. And then of course I was playing a game with my late great cousin as well, so that was really awesome. And yeah, I mean, all of it was somewhat good despite it being like really, really fucking horrible situation. It still was, you know, great. in certain aspects. I just sometimes kind of look at it sometimes in a negative light because like mostly I kind of dealt with mostly of that. But yeah, it was just interesting. But the graduation, I would say, like 5 years ago was definitely pretty interesting. I wasn't in like anything crazy. I just kind of went to like my high school, dressed the way I was like dressing, with the robe and cap and gown and all that stuff. And yeah, I kind of just went there and just looked at the high school I was at for pretty much gonna be the last time I'll ever see it. And yeah, that was pretty much it. And it was so fun though. Like, we still had a good time. I even shed a little tear because like I am gonna be missing like my friends and stuff that I was able to have for the past almost 4 years in high school. So shout out to them if they're still around doing their thing. I hope you guys are doing pretty good. And yeah, I hope things have been, okay for the most part for you guys. Especially, with what's going on now with like class of 2025, like y'all are absolutely in the precipice of like a whole lot of things, and maybe feeling some type of way about what's been going on outside the courses and stuff. But I'll say, just as someone that graduated like 5 years ago, is like all I gotta say is you don't have to worry too much on that, other than just like not being forced to be in your room all the time. So you could just basically do whatever you want to do. You can either be like a YouTuber like me, or I don't know, just chill out, go to college. I don't know, just figure out something. Like at the end of the day, I understand like taking a break, even from school, can be understandable. Hell, I had to take a break after doing a whole lot of work for that shit for so long. So, you know, all I gotta say is just like for graduating seniors that already had the thing going on, and like some new ones that are coming for next year, class 2026. All I gotta say is just like, as someone that has like graduated again like 5 years ago, you know, again, all I gotta say is just enjoy it as much as possible. Just have fun with your friends, and just get your schoolwork done as best as possible. I mean, however you guys can in this day and age with education, unfortunately, taking a bit of a nosedive for the worst, but it is what it is. I'll just say like the best that we can all do in a situation like that is just keep on trying other things and just focus on the things that you can control. Because trying to focus on things that is like outside of your control is never ever good to like keep your mind doing. Because that's kind of like what happened in my case, where it's just like I was so focused on just like, oh man, why did this happen? Why did that happen? And it just like it threw me off for quite some time. So you don't have to be in a situation like that. Just focus on the things that you can do in the moment, and just stick to that as best as possible. Yeah, man, this has got to be the most emotional video like ever, man. Like this is a lot to like, of course unpack and stuff, but I think it's just important that we should have discussions on that, especially mental health and stuff. And I think we're still in month of June, like mental health awareness month, so absolutely that should still be like in the forefront because we rarely ever have our mental health be taken as seriously due to like again sometimes social media and even in our own culture too, where it's just like it just seems like it's such like a foreign thing to do to like want to like express these fucking problems that we're all dealing with. And I just think like why not just get the help that you deserve and want. Hell, I was I was blessed and lucky enough that I was able to get that, because honestly, otherwise, if I never really went to therapy, dude, I wouldn't be here, guys. I don't think I would be here. I would most likely either be in a really, really, really like mess up situation, like my health is like on a deep, deep low, or in the most very scary case scenario, dead. So I'm honestly blessed that I at least got the help that I was able to get, even after having to deal with what happened in 2020 and also 2021 and 2022 a little bit. But still, it's just like mental health is still like a really really big deal. Even right now with like what's been just like going on, I think just we just need to unpack some things, but also just heal and just take our time. Because like the thing about healing is that it does take some time. Whether it's like you have like a broken heart from a relationship, or you've been fired, or that you weren't able to graduate, and all this other stuff. Because like that can be such like a big factor, or even getting evicted out. That can really fuck up someone's psychic and stuff. So it's just like such a big deal to just like try to take care of it as much as possible. So yeah, I think that's all I really am gonna say about that, other than just like you know 5 years ago, a lot has changed, since 5 years, from graduating from high school and then to college. And then right now, I'm doing this right now, doing like content creation, doing animation, and all the other stuff. But it definitely didn't come with just like, just like accomplishments and just the highest highs. It definitely came with a whole lot of lows. And oh boy, did I felt a whole lot of that. So many down bad moments and just like depression and just being anxious of what the hell is going to be happening in the future. So much of that. So it's just like, it's still, I'm still genuinely surprised that right now I'm still doing what I'm sort of doing that made me happy, making videos and stuff, and being a creative person and shit. Like that's still like what matters to me. And even now, like I still have the desire to like want to like showcase my creativity despite everything that has happened to me. So yeah. uh Man, 2020, man, what a life-changing event that really was. And it has had some like positives, really I should say mostly negatives, but like definitely a whole lot of positives that like made me who I am now. So it's just it's a lot to like again unpack, but still. I think for anyone else, it's like you don't really need like a crazy life changing event to like want to like change your entire life. Though that can still happen. It's just more just like if you're like going through some shit, again, there is no shame and no, oh, if you're a pussy or whatever for wanting help because you're going through some shit. If you're going through some shit, absolutely get the help you want. And if for whatever reason you can't find therapy, I think it's better to at least be upfront and honest with the people that you love and care about of the issues that you are going through. And by doing so, it'll help someday, at least someone get to like, you know, having a therapist by your side and stuff. So, yeah, you just gotta like do the hard work of just, being vulnerable, but also, take care of like everything, man. And I just want to leave off with the message of just there's not much like you can do that's like outside your control. Focus on the things that you can control, but also the most important thing is take care of your mental health. Of course, take care of your body, take care of your soul, take care of like whatever you have that's like very very important to you, even spiritually. But always, always, always make sure that you take care of this because if this is not, working right and you just like feel like absolute shit, then it's like, ooh, it's a recipe for disaster. So you just gotta like take care of that as much as possible. Because as a matter of fact, a lot of people have unfortunately passed away because of that. Like for example, people that we look up to, like Robin Williams, Chester Bennington, and I think Amy. What was her last name? Fuck, I forgot. Damn it. But Amy, yeah, her and like so many other people that we have looked up to and stuff have unfortunately passed away because of their mental health issues and stuff. That they just felt like they just didn't felt like their pain wasn't, seen or whatnot. And it just genuinely sucks. So it's best that for a lot of us are going through that, it's just, it's okay to seek help. Like, seriously, do the best that you can to get the help that you want. Because the last thing that I think anyone anyone have ever wants is just like someone to like literally like take their own life or whatnot because of their issues and stuff. Like that's just not good. So if you need help, please always ask. And there's always like resources available there, call centers, anything. Even if that means just talk to a friend about this, go do that. You know. But yeah, I think that's again. I think that's pretty much all I gotta say about this. Man, it's just really the most vulnerable video ever. Like, I had to really think about the things that happened in my life at that particular point in time. But still, like, I think it's still important to like still talk about anyways, because it's like, you know, we all go through shit in life. So yeah. Oh, I think that's it. If you guys have like any questions, thoughts, and concerns, please leave it in the comments down below. And um, yeah, take care of yourself as much as possible. Always make sure to take care of your mental health, spiritual health, physical health as best as possible, and just try to stay healthy in a whole lot of ways, and just also fight for something that's like beyond just yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever your purpose is, whether that's to like be an artist, lawyer, whatever it is, just go for it. Just go for it. Just go full throttle, and whatever your belief systems are, like hang on to that. If you believe in a god or believe in anything else, hold on to that as best as possible. And if you got like a strong support family system, or a strong support system, hang on to that as best as possible, and do the best that you can to live your life to the fullest. But yeah, I think that's all I gotta say. This has been a very interesting video. Very vulnerable video, I have to say. Holy shit. But yeah, hope you guys found some value in this video. And yeah, this is your boy Shazman21 sign out, and I will see you guys later. Stay peaceful, stay amazing, stay awesome, and most importantly, stay being classy, stay being you, and most importantly, take care of yourself, please. And also remember to also love yourself too. Okay. Because I care about you cuties, okay? I want to make sure that you guys are good, I love yous. My beloveds, you know what I'm saying? I hope you guys are good. Peace.